All right, guys. So I guess we have a lot of shy people on the call tonight. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Welcome, everybody. My name is Armando Torres, and it's my pleasure, as always, to run these meetings here. We have Ohio on the line. You can press *6 and you want to jump out and just say your name, where you're calling in from. But I'm seeing a lot of people coming on tonight, so that's pretty cool. It's starting to get more popular again. Joanne, it was funny. I was telling Carrie this afternoon that we have a very interesting population, a culture up here of everybody. You guys take your summers very seriously. So it was amazing, the drop off of the month of August. And I was calling him to apologize profusely about my numbers, and in a way it reflects the leadership that we have on the team. Just people are on vacation. But nonetheless, it was fun, and we had a good call.
Well, you know
so
that
guys,
we work hard and we play hard. You know that, right?
You're not kidding. You are not kidding. You're not kidding. You're not kidding. But tonight we have people on the call from Florida, New York, Maine, Ohio. Let me see who else I can identify out of the list of people who are here. Upstate New York. Obviously, I have to make the differentiation because it is two countries. Yeah. We have Michigan on the line, Radiator Springs, Florida. We got to make sure we have Oregon on the line, Georgia, Missouri. Middletown, Boston's on the line, New Hampshire's on the line. So we got a good group coming back again, and that's awesome. I'm really excited about you guys. Tonight we got Texas on the line. That's awesome. So tonight we got a few things that I'm going to jump right into because it is a power pack call. I have a few leaders that I asked to come on board and discuss the Vivint product, the new Vivint product, and it's really amazing. A lot of people are giving me some good response on it. I do have a quick video that I'm going to show. This is one of our guys out of Pennsylvania who was actually, give me 1 second. Let me change the settings here so that we can have a nice.
All attendees are muted and may unmute themselves by pressing *6.
I mean, no disrespect for anybody. Armando, I cannot hear you. Can you guys hear me? Are you guys hear me? We're good. All right, so we're good. All right, so Rich went down to Georgia. The devil went down to Georgia. No, Rich went down to Texas with Heather, and Heather, I see it's Heather. It's Heather. Heather, light up your screen. Feel free to jump out with us. They did a road trip, and it was a lot of fun. And fortunately, he got his Vivint product ready, and he went ahead and did a video. So we're going to start the night off with that. I'm going to do a little bit of emphasis on Vivint tonight. We do have two other leaders that I asked to come on and talk to us a little bit about it. But I'm going to give a five-minute video here just to get it started tonight with Rich doing an explanation on his Vivint product. And this is something that tonight we're going to talk about it, creating your own videos, branding yourself, and we're going to talk a little bit more about at the end of how exactly this works and how to do this. But I want to share with you guys Rich's experience with his Vivint product. So without further ado, out of this great state of Pennsylvania, our friend, Mr. Rich. So that was Mr. Rich out of Quakertown. So I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah, he's in the energy business in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. So I'm actually going to see here, somebody's giving us some feedback. If you have your speakers on, if you can turn that off, appreciate that. All right. That's still getting some feedback. Want to clear up the lines here, so let me try something else here. And maybe somebody on the presenter line. Press 1, 2. So okay, now we're good. So whoever fixed it, thank you. So we're done. We're good. So tonight, guys, I wanted to. Nope, still getting some feedback. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Jason, are we good? Are we clear here? All right, good. So tonight, guys, I want to present to you guys a person who I've been working with here in the great state of New York. She's an unbelievable leader. It's been very, very successful in the past companies. We won't say too much about it until about December timeframe, which will go gung-ho, let's just use that word. I go crazy with her, and she's going to do an amazing job here. But she is with us looking at what we're doing here, and she's jumped on board and building a huge organization up in New York. And without further ado, guys, I want to introduce to you guys my personal friend here, Miss Joanne Gross. Can you hear me, Joanne?
I can hear you, Armando. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I have to jump on tonight and welcome to our national call for the Team Powerhouse. And actually now it's called the Powerhouse Empire because we've grown a little bit bigger than just a regular ringy-dingy team. We are a force to be reckoned with. And like we talked about, I wanted you to just kind of go over Vivint and kind of give a little hello to everybody, give a little bit of backstory about yourself, and then go into Vivint. So without further ado, it's your floor. I'll be quiet now.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everybody. My name's Joanne Gross. I'm from New York, a little town called Pine Bush. I've actually been in the industry over 4 years. And just as far as January 28th, I am with this wonderful company called North American Power, now called Thrive. And I could not be happier. I feel very blessed. But my story regarding Vivint is a little bit different. I just wanted to share it with you tonight because I had to, when my Vivint tech came, I had an emergency. And so I just want to give you a little background of how that worked out for me and just what a wonderful company Vivint is. And I was so glad that they were able to deal with my emergency. But so it started Wednesday when I got a call from Vivint. Their customer service called just to confirm the installation for the next day, and everything was fine. My emergency hadn't started. The tech was right on time and came in, introduced himself. At about that same time, my husband decided he had to go to the emergency room. He had a very bad fever. We didn't know what it was from, and he was really feeling bad. He was able to drive himself, but we really didn't think he was going to be admitted at that point. I stayed with the tech, and we got the work done. But shortly thereafter, he had to be admitted. So when I tell you that I was kind of on the phone and not really paying attention, because you do have to be in the moment when the tech is there, there's a lot going on and you have to make a lot of decisions. He was really very patient with me. And the long, the short of it is he did a lot of work, but I did have to cut him a little short. He was very nice, very generous, very patient. We did have to reschedule. But the point of the story is, he really was very good and kind to me, knowing that, we had an emergency, and as bad as I felt wasting his time, I mean, it was a full day. He drove several hours to get to me. He was very good, as was the company when he did call. So I just want to let you know that we're dealing with a company, I think, that has a lot of integrity and can deal with any situation. And even from the first moment that I got on the phone with the woman from customer service, she was wonderful and very friendly as well. So that's just my scenario in the first visit with Vivint. He's coming back on the 8th, and on his own time is going to spend some extra time with me with certain things. So it was a wonderful experience so far, and I look forward to learning the system completely. Of course, we're playing with the cameras, and the kids think I'm watching them all the time now, but it'll be good to learn it and get back to everyone who doesn't have it, and just to give you a little bit more when I'm up and running completely. So it's good talking to everyone.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Appreciate your time. And just because of time, a little bit behind this evening, I wanted to kick it down to South Florida, Southwest Florida, the other side of Florida. Another leader that I have a lot of respect for, a gentleman that's been actually around, I think, since day one. And I'll let him tell you his story a little bit. But when I started doing meetings in Miami, I get a guy come in, and he's like, I've been around North American Power for yada 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 time, way before you. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. I thought I was the first person in Florida, but he actually started building his organization in the Northeast and then moved down to Florida. But has been an unbelievable support mechanism for the movement right now that we're doing in Florida. And I believe that this we're going to go into some serious training tonight, but I believe this is going to be something that's going to kill in South Florida, in addition to a few other stuff that we're going to be rolling out very shortly. But without further ado, Mr. Bernardo Gonzalez, can you hear me out there?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So just give a little bit of your story and let us know about how you think of what's going on with Vivint. I know it's installed in your house, and you're pretty fired up about that. So without further ado, guys, from the great state of Florida, Mr. Bernardo Gonzalez Jr.
Thanks. We look alike. We look like brothers. Well, I don't know if I can make it a little because it's a long story, but I'll make it really short. I actually signed up at the beginning when the company went live back in 2010, and it's been some really good years, 4 years, good and bad, up and down. But the way that the company is going right now is just unbelievable. It is so much easier right now to actually build your teams right now than it was before. Before it was like a nightmare. It was so hard to let's say to build area directors. It was crazy, and I had to do it twice. I had to do it twice because someone came in and took all my people once. Actually, my sponsor took all my people. He went to another company. Then once I built up again to area director, boom, he took them all again because we knew each other's people. We used to do Amway back in 1989 and in the early 90s. So he took all my people twice, and it was a headache. So I was about to give up. I said, you know what? I had enough of this. This is not good. I'm never gonna make it. So we started building again, and we did it for the third time. And thank God that he doesn't know none of my people now, so he can't take them anymore. So it's been great for us. This company has been awesome. This is all we do for the living now, and the support is unbelievable. It doesn't matter if you are on the same team or different, whatever teams you are. I talk to a lot of guys up there that have no clue who they are and where they're from, whose team they are, and and I call them the same way too. It's a really good people. And Florida, the reason why I moved down here too is Florida, man. I told Armando I'm gonna take over Florida, so he moved to New York. So we do. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun together. I love it. I've been working since, like I said, 1989. I never seen a company like this one ever, and I've seen a whole bunch of them. This is it. If this is not it, you better go and get another job because you're not gonna make it anywhere else. Period. So, and about the alarm company, I love it. I played a joke on my son twice. When he came in, I told him to lock the doors, so he locked the door, but I have my iPhone, so I unlocked it again. I said, dude, I told you to lock the door. And he goes, I didn't. No, you didn't. Look, it's unlocked. So he locks it. I don't lock it again. He goes, you better take this junk back to Home Depot because this doesn't work. And at night, I looked at them at night. It's by motion, so at night, the next day in the morning, I went up, I went to my panel and looked to see what happened at night. And I said, hey, dude, did you get up last night, went up to the kitchen and started eating again after everybody went to sleep? He goes, no, I didn't do that. I said, well, you did. He goes, you know what? Come here, take a look at it. It's right here. When he saw it, he goes, you got to be kidding me. I said, nope, you got to be careful when you do it here at night now because I'm going to be looking at you. It's fun. We have a lot of fun with that. So, I love it. It's really good. But NAP, guys, NAP is it. This is it, man. Thanks, bro. Hey, I'm not going to see you Saturday, right?
No, I'm up in New York, and we're working on building up for the September 13th. But we will be making an announcement September 6th. Anybody in South Florida or anybody in all Florida, we will have Kerry Breitbart and John Costino We have Bernie's going to be there as one of the leaders of that movement, as well as Daniel Bach and a few other guys that do a phenomenal job. So, Bernie, you're doing such a great job down there, bro. I'm going to stay up here in the nice, cool 64-degree weather, brother. So you enjoy that 175,000-degree weather down there, and the mosquitoes.
I'm going to be up there on September the 9th to the 14th, I think.
I want to come visit us. We're going to be in Cherry Hill. So we'll be in Cherry Hill, New Jersey on the 13th. Thank you for advancing the announcements.
Okay.
We'll get usually to the end, but yeah, September 13th we're going to be in Cherry Hill. But I'll be around, man. So give me a call when you get up here, and we'll roll with that. But thank you very much for sharing, Bernie. I appreciate it, man. We're gonna move forward here with the call tonight. So guys, you heard from Rich, you heard from Joanne, you heard from Bernie. You hear that this Vivint thing is really kicking off smoothly. The reason why we're doing a pre-launch is obviously to have these stories, to make sure that that is a company that makes a lot of sense. Be a user of the product, right? Be a product of the product. We've heard that before in the industry. So especially you guys that come from Amway back in the days and stuff like that, be a product of the product. Absolutely, guys. I ordered mine. I'll have mine on September 8th and be able to demonstrate that. What I was going to share with you guys is as we go into training tonight, this is something that is going to be very, very, very powerful for our product line and for the future of our company and where we're going. So why I'm excited about Vivint, I'm going to share with you is this. I was looking at listening to some of my old audios. My father left me a bunch of audios and a bunch of books when he passed. When I was 12 years old. And we've had them in boxes for many years, and I didn't really understand what they were. But a few years ago, I opened up a box, and it was a bunch of self-help stuff. And I was like, holy cow. My dad was really ahead of the game because we're talking about, like, he had old VHSs in there and old cassette tapes that it's kind of hard to find something to play on. But nonetheless, it's full of knowledge, and it's one of those things that he didn't leave me money, but he left me a lot of knowledge and also the good looks, So, so that's also my dad. And I was listening to some of his tapes. He had a gentleman by the name of Art Williams, and I hadn't heard the name when I was growing up, and I really didn't appreciate that until later on. Well, my father was in real estate, but he also did he also started doing insurances right before he passed, and he was doing insurances, and I didn't know much about the company or the model or anything like that, but later on I found out that Art Williams, he was with a company called A.L. Williams. The company was built in the 70s, was bought out by Citibank, and then later on was changed the name, and they now are known as Primerica. So if you've ever heard the name Primerica, it started with a guy by the name of Art Williams. And Art Williams was an old football coach in Southern Georgia. Last week I showcased a few of his stuff here on the webinar, on the Hangout, and then we've been talking about him for a little bit just because of the knowledge that he has and thinking outside the box and always looking to improve, what we're doing. Well, as I was listening to a tape about 2 days ago, and I went online and tried to see if we can find it. I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's about an hour, but it is on the CoachArmandoTorres.com website. If you want to listen to it, it's about him building teams and about him building teams. And he goes into a whole explanation of how he builds teams and, how he was able to produce what he calls RVPs and then throw them out of the state basically and create RVPs and start developing the whole country. Well, I wasn't fortunate to have people come to South Florida and learn the North American power business and throw them out of the state. I actually, as you guys know, for the past 19 months, I've been traveling all around building up teams and building up team leaders and developing those quote-unquote RVPs, which for us would be area directors, and so on and so forth. So one of the things that I was listening to and just hit me like a ton of bricks, it really resonated with me, is this. Art Williams says that the perfect person for the business, and when he talks about the business, he's talking about, this network marketing thing that we're doing. He says that he measured people with 5 points, and he was always looking for a 5-pointer. And here are the 5 points for those of you guys taking notes. And I know Jason always has great notes and emails it out to you guys. So, again, thank you very much for that, Jason. But those of you guys who want to write it down, please do so. So the first point he talks about is age 25 to 50 years old. 25, he says the perfect candidate for this business, somebody who's between the ages of 25 to 50 years old. He explains that the person who's below that age is still trying to figure things out. After 25, you start, you're out of college. The whole razzle and dazzle dream that you're going to land this great job and you're going to become CEO of Coca-Cola, it's dead by that time. Reality kicks in, bills kick in. You didn't find that $100 million a year job. So 25, reality starts setting in. Until the age of 50. Okay, that's his criteria. The second point that he uses is household income of $50,000 plus on an annual basis. And again, that's household, that's husband, wife, so more than $50,000. A married person or a family person, okay, he talks about them being, that's one of the points in a 5-pointer system. Owns a car. This one's interesting because, my team in New York City does not own a car or rent a car or anything, but, whatever. But, owns a car. And the 5th point is rent or owns a home. Those are the 5 points that Art Williams taught on for 30 years. As I was listening to this, and I was talking to a few of my leaders today, and out of Boston and out of New Hampshire, some of the guys out of Missouri, and I was sharing with them, this information. I just started doing an analysis of my team, and I can tell you that the people who have been successful here are people who are 3-pointers and above. Interesting, huh? People who are 3-pointers and above. They're the people who've had the most success here. And I've tried to work in all the markets, and as you guys know, I'm very open to work with whoever wants to work with me. But when the cards have, what's it called, the die has been cast, and it always lands. And if you look at your business today, and you look at your leaders today, there are going to be 3 to 5 pointers, hands down. And I challenge anybody to call me and say, well, I have a 1-pointer who's a phenomenal leader. I would love to see that, but it just doesn't happen very often. So having said that, I'm looking at this Thrive thing and starting to see all the other stuff that we're doing, and particularly with Vivint, and I realized that we're going after a very specific demographic with this Vivint thing. We're going after the homeowners. We're going after the family person who is concerned about the security of their family. We're going after a person who has a income, sustainable to be able to afford this product. And usually they own or rent a home, so they have the responsibility of a home. So it's brilliant when it comes to the identifying the 5-pointer market, the people who are going to build your business. See, if you're making less than $50,000 a year and you're not married and, you live at home with mom or dad and not really too much responsibility, you don't have a car, there's no pep in this stuff. There's no, in Cuban we say machete in the mouth. You wake up in the morning, put a machete in the mouth, and you go out to the field to make it happen. You don't have that if you're not a 4, 3, or 5-pointer. So with this Vivint product, it is dead on. It's dead on in finding the right people, the right demographic to build a huge empire. People who are going to be committed to building this business. So that was the first thing that I was excited about to share with you guys tonight, because that was something that, if you understand that, and again, I'm not here discriminating anybody. I'm not here to tell you, they don't meet the criteria, don't work with them. That's not, please don't misunderstand what I'm trying to say tonight. What I'm trying to say is that if you find people that are 3 to 5 pointers and you work with them, those are the people that you can develop into the business builders that are going to create huge business for you. That's pretty powerful, and I'll let that resonate, sink in there for tonight, and we'll circle the bandwagon a little bit later on with that. So that was the 5-pointer system of Art Williams, and that was definitely something I wanted to bring to you guys tonight. Let's really start focusing on the right demographic, if you will, and you'll see that it's harder to convince them. It's harder to have them watch it because, again, they're busy. But I promise you that if once they see this business and we follow the system, we'll run the play, and they see success and results, it'll be a game changer for you if you focus on that market. So it's a little bit different than the message that we've talked about in the past, where find your brokest cousin who's hanging out at home and at his mom's house and try to convince him to do this business, right? That's what we've heard in the past. And then we wonder why our business is not as successful as it could be. Well, because Cousin Daryl is chilling in the bed and he's in the sofa, and he's more interested in SpongeBob than he is building this business. that's a funny twist on that. But guys, don't write the letters. This is a private hangout. This is for our team, and I'm sharing you guys. So I don't want to hear from corporate. Armando said about to talk to Cousin Daryl. No. All right. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I was very excited to see Rich's videos on YouTube, and I want you guys to start doing those videos. Very simple to do. Open up your YouTube account. Okay. Take the videos with your smartphones. You can upload them directly to your YouTube account. But if you guys go to CoachArmandoTorres.com, that is just simply one of my YouTube accounts. CoachArmandoTorres.com. That goes to my Coach Armando Torres YouTube account, okay? And what I will share with you is this. Every single day, and as a matter of fact, tonight we have like 2 or 3 people who are watching this hangout who were invited by myself. I get calls from people who've seen one of my videos, who wants more information about North American Power, who's heard about North American Power through the grapevine. Maybe somebody talked to them or something like that. And they just went online and they searched it. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail tonight, SEO and stuff like that. We're going to save that for our Internet Marketing Bootcamp coming up. But what I will tell you is this. If you go and you start building your YouTube page, you start creating these videos, and you start uploading them. I can show you how to do the SEO optimization anytime. But really what it's going to create is real estate for you, cyber real estate. So when somebody comes on and looks for, top North American Power leader in New York, okay, or something like that, they'll be able to identify your videos, and then they'll give you a call, and they're like, hey, I just saw your video, and I'm interested in learning more about this information, and how can you help me, and so on and so forth. Very simple to do. You want to do a few things. One, never mention the actual North American Power name, okay, unless if you started to venture out into the dark side like I have in a few times. What I can tell you is Thrive is absolutely on the books, and you're able to do that because Thrive is not something that has been trademarked yet in the from the company. So we don't have anything on Thrive yet. If you start building on Thrive, it'll be before the policies and procedures catch up. Again, this is off the record. I shouldn't be recording this, but just wanted to share with you guys. Start developing the videos. Start putting it up online. And start creating your story, whatever. If it's a Vivint thing, if it's after a meeting, how you feel, how your guys feeling, how, you went to have a couple of drinks afterwards, take some pictures, do some videos, shoot them up and put them on YouTube. As a group, collectively, if we start really focusing on this, and probably next week I'll do a real in-depth on SEO next Thursday night, next Wednesday night. I could do a real in-depth of how to upload the videos to YouTube and how to do that. I believe we have that already, though. Jason, do you know if we have that is that on the Facebook page or is that on our YouTube channel? I know I have material.
I think it's on the YouTube channel.
Okay. So on the YouTube channel,
I don't think it's in the
YouTube. Okay. I'll do that. But anyway, so if you're on the call tonight, make sure you go on the CoachArmandoTorres.com and just hit subscribe. If you subscribe to it, as soon as the new videos come out, you will get emailed to you right away. So I will create a video in the next day or two. I'll make sure that I put all the details in there, bells and whistles, and then I'll push that out through the Coach Armando Torres YouTube channel, showing you exactly what you need to do to A, upload the YouTube video, B, SEO. SEO means search engine optimization. So I'm going to teach you a few tricks where you will actually be able to learn how to be discovered, okay? Because one thing is to have real estate out there, and then one thing is to have real estate that is discovered. I actually live in the country now, up in northern New Jersey, and there's some parts here that, I just start walking into the woods, and there's places that are not discovered. It's real estate, but it's not, nobody's ever been there. The bears know where it is, but people don't drive through there. So what I'll teach you is how to put the video, like, on a main highway, okay, where people are going to be driving through there and you're going to be receiving traffic from that. And I'll teach you that on the video. And again, guys, this is always free to my team. Always free to you guys that subscribe to my channel and stuff. So you guys could really I want to see you guys building it. You know, don't just take the information that we have here and not do anything with it. Like, take the information and right away, even if it's the worst quality. I mean, I don't know if you saw Rich's video. It's not like high quality, studio quality type of material. But guess what? He's the only one online right now from Vivint, from North American Power and Drive, that has a video on there giving a full-blown out explanation. So do you think he's going to receive traffic? Absolutely. Anybody who hears about Vivint, they can be in a coffee shop and they hear you talking about Vivint. They're going to look it up, and all of a sudden, guess whose team they're going to be on? They're going to be on Rich's team because he has that already on there. So great job, Rich, for listening and making that happen. We don't have anything posted. Okay. So we don't have it yet, and I'll actually do that tonight. So before I go to sleep tonight, at some point, I'll create a whole 15, 20-minute video on how to do YouTube, how to upload your videos. And as a team, collectively, if we start really going after this, and, you know, like every day you post something, Craig Shippey is amazing at that. He's one of my most consistent players, and you can see he has teams built out in where is he at? I know he's online tonight, but I think he might be, let's see a second. So Mr. Shippey from Radiator Springs, I'm going to say you're in 12 states now. Correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 11, 13. But he's in a whole lot of states, and he's out of Radiator Springs, Florida. The actual place is called Titusville, Florida. 13 states? Okay, so Craig Shippey's in 13 states. And as a matter of fact, Jason Snow out of Maine is on Craig Shippey's team. And to the best of my knowledge, Jason, correct me if I'm wrong, but Shippey has never been in the state of Maine, right?
No,
so,
not that I know of.
Yeah.
No, I've never been in Maine.
Okay.
Not at all.
Shippey, thank you for jumping out. I appreciate you. You're in how many states right now, Shippey?
13.
In 13 states, and you're kicking ass in Texas, bro. So I appreciate that, and phenomenal. Looking at the numbers every day, you know, Texas is on the map, and pretty much Shippey is like 50% plus of our team growth in the state of Texas. And I know you were in Texas with me a few weeks ago for the national conference, but other than that, have you been hanging out in Texas? Do you have like a Burger King in Texas that you like to go to and do one-on-ones with, or?
No, it was my first time in Texas.
It's your first time in Texas, so congratulations on that. And that's so basically, guys, you know, make sure that you use those tools. The Internet Marketing Bootcamp that we did last week already is up on the Coach Armando Torres site. Let me see here. I have some stuff. Okay. Heather, we appreciate you always. Thank you for jumping on and saying hello. Guys, this is something that we gotta make happen. I'm going to talk to you guys tonight a few things that I have in my head, and then starting Monday, we're going to do a full frontal launch attack on the 5 states that we've been talking about here, which is New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and also Texas. New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Texas. Yeah, 5 states. So how we're going to do that? I don't care where you live. You could be living in Honolulu, Hawaii. As a matter of fact, we have team members right now in Germany, in Japan, in Okinawa, that are building their business all through internet marketing. And this tool right here that we're doing tonight, guys, we have a lot of people on tonight, so I'm excited, really excited that we're getting traction on this. You know, share this with your team members. Make sure that they get on here and see and appreciate what we're doing out here. We could take that happen. Heather, please say thank you to Rich for us. We played his video tonight, and I know that you had a good one-on-one time with him for the whole trip all the way down to Texas from PA and all the way back. So please tell him I say thank you very much for putting that video up. And I'm sharing that with the team here so that we can all start working on the different videos and doing that kind of work. So we got that tonight, right? So we got the 5 pointers. This is some of the 5 pointers to understand, you know, the marketplace. Kind of just keep an eye on. I'm not saying to start discarding people. I'm just saying do an inventory of who your leaders are and see that most of them are going to be 3 to 5 pointers, okay? We have the Vivint thing, kind of understanding of the Vivint product a little bit more in detail. Okay, next week I'll create some more videos when it's put up, installed in my house. We got the YouTube thing, right, and recap. Now I get to get to my favorite part of the show here. I have been talking to some of you guys on a one-on-one basis, and this is something that I want to open up to the team. I'm going to close it out on Friday night. I'm going to say midnight just to give a deadline of some sort, right? I'm excited about a few things that are going on right now with the company, and I'll share with you guys that the company is going in a direction. If you're excited right now with what Thrive is doing with Vivint, you're gonna. Can I say shit your pants? No, I can't say that, right? We're gonna blow your socks off with what's about to happen here. I was on a call today with Carrie, and man, I'll tell you what, these guys are so freaking smart. I don't even know what to do with it in myself. When I talk to them, I have to be sitting down, and I have to breathe very slowly to control my heart rate. I mean, I honestly like I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack every time that they talk to me. I'm like, oh, holy crap, no way. Are you kidding? No way. No, can we do it? Are you kidding me? Do we have that kind of money? Yes. Are you kidding me? Like it's a real crazy conversation that I'm having with him all the time, and he thinks that I'm excitable, and he likes me because I get excited when he talks to me, but I just cannot help but freaking out when he talks to me, So having said that, the goal here is to build an army as fast as humanly possible, folks, because I'm going to tell you what, there's going to be some announcements that come out in the next few weeks. Bernie was just saying that I moved up to New York and I abandoned the Florida market. Well, the information that I have now was not the information I had then. I had the information I have now. I may not have moved out of Florida, okay, because this is going to become a 50-state business cat quick. And when I tell you guys cat quick, I'm telling you guys, like, build an army in Florida, build an army in Missouri, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, build an army anywhere that's humanly possible, because what's about to happen, what we're about to launch, is going to knock the socks off the industry. And I am excitable, but I'm telling you what I heard today and what I've been hearing, it's oh my God. I'm just telling you guys, go out there and build it hard, build it viciously. Because I am in an energy state, and because we are still promoting energy as our main product until further notice here after October 17th, it'll be a different conversation. So if you're watching the recording and it's after October 17th, 2014, disregard this entire segment of this call because it'll be a mood issue at that point. But today we still have energy. So what I was excited about last week was the announcement, or 2 weeks ago, whatever. I'm not even sure when we got back from Houston. It feels like a year ago already. But I mean, what I'm excited about was that they announced an American Wind. If you are an American Wind a recipient, or you qualify your business with American Wind, now you can qualify for free energy, which is a residual of about $100 a month. You understand, folks, that people don't get into business and a home-based business and create a residual income of over $100 like in their lifetime? I'm talking about like 90% of the people. Some of us have had success, but 90% of the people are in the negative every single month. If you're in an auto ship program, you're in the negative every single month. If you are in a service product, God forbid you're over an Ambit or one of those companies that they don't even pay on band 0. They pay crap on band 1. They pay nothing on band 2. Okay, most people don't get to $100 a month in residual. And here is very simple. Even if you're an American Wind customer, simply by referring 20 customers and earning your free energy. So the free energy is definitely part of the game plan, definitely part of running the play. And it's something that I really am excited about, at least for the next few months, until something else comes on, which we are going to have that. But I mean, I'm excited right now with the free energy challenge, with what we're doing with free energy. I tell you what, and the whole company, the jokers, and let me just make sure that they're here so they don't say I'm talking behind their back. Do we have Rhode Island on them? All right, so we have Rhode Island people here. So the jokers in Rhode Island, and if you've ever been to Rhode Island, ever met somebody from Rhode Island, okay, they speak funny. They speak funnier than me, right? And they're like, they have the craziest mentality. They're the most skeptical people in the world. Skeptical in English, right? Skeptical with a K. And they're so backward thinking, but these guys are killing it with free energy in Rhode Island. So what I'm going to do, and I know that there's people that are on this call tonight that are not on my downline, and if it's not, talk to your upline area directors and regional directors and have them, say, hey, Armando's doing this. But this is what I'm thinking, just bouncing off. It's not official, but it's becoming more and more solid, and it will become official in the next few days. I did talk to a few of you guys, and pretty much hands down, it's becoming everybody's excited about it. So here's the criteria. if you are on Team Powerhouse, and actually, pretty much if you're hanging out here with us and you're not on Team Powerhouse, I'll still grandfather you in just because I'm excited about this, all right? Here's how it goes. You run the play, and I don't have any slides or anything like that about this yet because I'm, not that technical and I'm not that smart. I know we have a lot of smart people on our team. I'm just a guy who thinks about stuff, and then I'll talk to Joanne or Manny or Jason or Shippy or somebody, and they make it look pretty, and they're like, oh, man, that's a good idea. So here's how it goes. You run the play. What's the play? The 30-day game plan. Free energy, fast rep bonus, hit manager. And you're going to earn a jersey, okay? It's going to be a nice quality football, NFL type of jersey. Okay, so you run the play and you're going to earn a jersey. And this is across the board, so, I'm going to send it to whoever your local leader is, and then it'll be presented at a major event, either a weekly meeting or a regional event or something like that. You guys out in Missouri, it'll be on a weekly meeting. Middletown, probably one of the weekly meetings. You're out in Maine, we'll do something for you guys out in Maine. I might fly out there just to hang out with you guys or something. But make sure you do this stuff before freaking November, because, if it's 18 feet of snow, I'm not going to Maine. You know that, right? I love you guys, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing 18 feet of snow. So the first thing that we're going to be recognizing people, and when I talked to a few guys, some of you guys just got really excited, so I was excited to hear your excitement about this. So we're going to do the jersey thing, and that's going to be for anybody who hits the Fast Start, Free Energy, and Manager. Right now we're saying within 30 days. I don't have that 100% sure if you've done it after. I don't care. I'll give you a jersey as long as you hit it, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is as follows. You earn free energy, and your 5 legs, you get one person each one of your 5 legs to earn free energy. You're going on a cruise with me in the winter of next year, and we're finalizing this. Is probably going to be in March time frame, okay, March or April time frame. I'm talking about when it's 18 feet of snow in freaking Maine. I want to be in the Caribbean hanging out with Jason Snow. Okay, that's what I'm thinking here. Okay, and of course I'll pay for airfare and the cruise for one person. You hit free energy, 5 people under you, free energy, and we'll rock that. And then, if you like your wife or your husband and you want them to come with us, I created a position for that as well. So very simply, you run the play, you hit manager, free energy, and 5 people under you, 1 in each leg, do the same thing, free energy and manager. I'm giving you 2 tickets, airplane and cruise. And it's going to be a 4-day weekend, because I was going to do it for a week, but a lot of you guys tell me that a lot of people can't take off a whole week vacation. Okay, if you want to hang out with me for the rest of the week in South Florida, I'll probably rent what do you call those things? A mansion or something, and we can hang out there for the week and do the pool thing and whatever. I'll talk to Manny so we can put it on Manny's tab. He's big money balling right now. But I'll cover the airfare and I'll cover the cruise for 4 days. What do you guys think? Is that something? I'm looking at some faces, pretty excited here. And all right, good stuff. So that's the official announcement will be rolled out next week. Obviously, you guys that are on the call always get the privilege of being on board and getting the information beforehand. In addition to that, guys, I'm open. Okay, and the reason why I want to run these contests is because I want to see. First, I want to see you guys actually do the required activity. Okay, we run this play. We're going to get a lot of people running this play. We're going to see a lot of results. I'm sure that. I talked to the cruise lady, and I was like, I need about 25 to 30 cabins. That's what I'm putting a deposit on in the next week or so, as soon as this is guaranteed here. So we're looking at about 30 cabins. I know we'll probably have more than that. Okay, but the good news is I'm not going to discriminate. If you didn't make it, I'm going to open it up to everybody to actually be on the cruise with us. Okay, we're going to have probably Castino come out with us, and I'm trying to see if Terry could free up his schedule at that time so he can hang out with us for a few days in the Caribbean. So again, we're looking at the middle of the winter, everybody up here, 18 feet of snow, and we're out there in the Caribbean just rocking it out for the weekend. So it'll be a nice thing. It's looking at Royal Caribbean. Probably Liberty of the Seas as the ship. Only 6 can be on the webcam mode. Okay, So yeah, I tell you guys, being on the webcam, being featured here is a first come, first serve. So you got to get on early. You got to open up your camera as soon as we get on. So, all right. So I'm pretty jacked up about the announcement for tonight, and I'm pretty jacked up to see that stuff. Again, this goes official probably on the 15th of September. I'm guaranteeing this. Again, I'm going to guarantee 25 rooms with an option of 30 rooms. I am going to open it up to everybody. I'll give you guys the pricing on that. So if you want to join us with your family, with the kids, I mean, this Royal Caribbean is very kid friendly. They take the kids away for the whole day and tire them out for you. Which is kind of cool, and then they bring them back in the evening, all banged up, so they can go to sleep, and you can enjoy your significant other. And so I'll get those pricings to you hopefully by next week's webinar. Don't put it. Yeah, that part, Jason, you can leave it out of the notes because again, this is preliminary stage. I am open for suggestions, guys, for whatever you guys want to share with you. Whatever other recognition you think will be good. The company is doing a pretty good job sending out the pins. We as leaders, and I'm going to share this with everybody in your local markets, wherever you guys are running meetings, make sure you're doing a big deal about people hitting the positions. Manager, senior manager. Every week should be a party for people, and every week you should have people in your meetings hitting the different positions, at the very minimum, with running the play. So having said that, I think tonight a few people will not be sleeping, right? I know will not be sleeping, which I'm excited about. I'm looking forward to filling up a good group in the Caribbean next year. I did this in a very thought out, methodical manner. Because I want to see people doing the right activity. And all we got to do right now, guys, is run the play and teach people on our team to run the play. I'm not going to, go into too much detail, but you guys know what the play is. First 30 days, fast start bonus. Free energy, hit manager. Second 30 days, do that with 5 people, 1 on each leg. And then in the next 30 days, so within 90 days, if you run that play third level down, you are an area director within 90 days. Let that sink in. Because if you do that correctly and you teach your team correctly to do that, you're a regional director within 6 months. Folks, it's absolutely possible. I believe every single one of you guys who have the time, willingness, and inclination to do this, you have the play. Let's go out there and kill it. So I'm going to stop the recording right now. I'm going to open it up like I always do. To those of you guys who are online from every market, I certainly appreciate you guys coming out here to, spending the evening with us, getting this information. And hopefully my intention is that you guys turn around and send it to your groups, Make sure that everybody's listening to what's going on over here. Make sure that we're making some serious noise, okay? I want to start seeing some YouTube videos come on. I want to start seeing some. One more thing I wanted to hit before we stop the recording. Facebook. Guys, Facebook is a very powerful tool. Very, very powerful tool. If you see things that are going on, like if one of our friends here, somebody on our team is posting things, go ahead and like it. Okay? And if we get a lot of people to like it, that goes up in the rankings on Facebook, and it keeps circulating. So if Alex puts something on, I'll go ahead and like it, and it'll go up to the top of the page, and Jason likes it later, and Heather likes it, and it'll keep that circulating on the front pages across Facebook, and it really helps out a lot in promoting the business. So make sure we stay positive on Facebook, and make sure that we're liking each other's posts on Facebook. If you have leaders online, like somebody that that's posting a lot about North American Power, go ahead and click on follow. So where you add them as a friend, click on follow. So that way, as soon as there's information comes out, you'll know that they posted something, and right away you can. And sharing it as well. Yeah, absolutely. I know that a lot of you guys share my content. Again, that's going to help us raise the bar, raise the credibility of the team. So if it's just one person, if it's just me posting, it's not going to be very powerful. But if it's me liking a bunch of your posts, and you guys start throwing up on my feed, and I start liking a bunch of your posts, and we all do that, we'll create a crazy frenzy. So I know we did a webinar last week on Internet Marketing Bootcamp. I think what I'm going to do next Wednesday is to go really hard into social media, and I'll hit real hard on Facebook training, and I'll hit it real hard on the YouTube training. So make sure you're sharing that information with your team, and get people on this webinar next Wednesday night, 9 o'clock. And that'll be at Free Power. You guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Open the mics. Star 6. Are you guys ready? It's going to be at www.freepowerparty.com. Mr. Snow, where is it at?
freepowerparty.com.
Mr. Alex, where is it at? We saw his lips moving. We didn't hear no sound, but we saw the lips moving. Miss Heather, where is it at?
freepowerparty.com.
Mr. Bernie, where is it at? Bernie's typing it in. And I think Joanne may have frozen up. Joanne, where is it at?
freepowerparty.com.
All right, sounds good, guys. So I'm going to stop the recording now, and we'll open it up for questions, comments, or concerns. The announcements for this week, we have September 6th. There's two major events in two major markets for us, which is Chicago and Miami. The information is in your back office and also at www. Alex just put in freepowerparty.com. Miami on Saturday and Chicago on Saturday. The information is at napower.com/events. Again, napower.com/events. That's going to be this Saturday. We have Chicago and Miami and all that. And then the next Saturday, the 13th, we're going to do a big push. If you guys are in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Maryland, I know we have a team down in Maryland, let's push for that September 13th Cherry Hill event. We're going to have Mr. Costino there and Mr. Terry Breitbart. So having said that, guys, peace, love. We'll see you guys at the top. I'm going to stop the recording, and I'm going to be live for those of you who are live. You guys get the benefit of having us and answer any questions or so on and so forth. All right, guys.